Welcome to Nico Cosmica and Happy New Year. This is the first tarot read frequency forecast for January 1st, 2024. We are here. We made it. And this is the first one. But you're a little hung up. Could be a little hungover. That's okay. Looks like there's not feeling a lot of dynamic energy. What do we have? We have this guy, he's been around since 2023, possibly earlier, who's just looking to do harm. He's not really seeing the opportunities to do so. And he's falling under judgment. This guy is he's gonna feel it. He's trying to cause grief among at least 3 people, trying to bring the sword down. Could think that they're aliens, he could be a hunter targeting kindred or people he feels are supernatural. If it's a human read, it's just somebody who wants to cause grief. And they're jealous over money, or they're being offered money to do it. So let's just get a general vibe. That's a narrative. The general frequency is breathe. And look at this year, now that we're on the 1st, as the foundation for the next 10. You're going to be building something new. You could be facing some disloyalty, either at home or at work. There's a pair here, but that doesn't mean necessarily it's a couple. But where you're thinking this person is not for you, wait up. Because this person that you think was disloyal to you is actually your milk and honey. This could be somebody who's 51, turning 51. Just hold tight until, everything settles. Why? Because you got chemistry. We definitely have the wolf and Red Riding Hood energy there. This is coming very soon. So your true soulmate, y'all, your new love, the one who's true, may not be your typical one. You may be looking at this person like, not so much. This other person's more my type. This test is more my type. Please just move on. Or you're nice. We can friend zone. That's cool. And it may be because this new love coming in is against your fate. And so they're kind of gone off script, so to speak. No dawn. But what's up with this soulmate? You don't have any protection against this new person. There's no harvest. This is why. Oh, okay. So you may have to be careful about 2 people. You have one person, old soulmate, who wants to come in and reconcile. Not good for you. Just a test. You have this new person, this new love coming in. The problem with this new love, even though they are the real deal, there may not be a harvest, meaning it may not even last a year. They may be a flake. They may love bomb a lot of people. They may get scared, right? It may be also spell work to ward them off. And I'm not going with traditional meanings right here, so don't freak out. And somebody might be bringing spell work to cause chaos, or they're daring to do it. Let's see what we got. They may die. So let's hope that's not it. This also gives me the imagery of like the start of a bind rune. So I would think that there's somebody, here's another part of the narrative. This is the real deal. And as soon as outsiders recognize that this is the real deal, they're going to come at your person and try to put them in the dirt. Okay? So you need to build the foundation. Take this ish slow. And you don't see everything. Oh my gosh, I've never used this many of these cards. You don't see everything. And you've got to go with the flow. Do your warding, do your protection on you, your children, and your new love. Because this is about generations. This is about building a family. Don't let these people do this. Don't let them do this. This is, I don't like witch hunts. I think that they're usually land grabs or somebody wanting to steal. Oops. But I had to drop my sweater because I'm getting really warm now, which is also indicating that there's a lot of connection here, which is crazy. Dude, This person coming in wants to build generational wealth with you, wants to build a family with you. And there are these outsiders who want to F this up. And you're like, why would they want to do that? Why am I so important? I'm awesome, obviously. There's sometimes when people are just bored. But like I was saying, I don't like witch hunts. But one of the reasons that witch hunts continue in Africa and India isn't just land grabs, isn't just neighbor hate. It's because there's people seriously doing black magic. And unfortunately, innocent people get caught up in that also. And so the people who are doing black magic usually are not the ones getting caught. It's the little old lady who was a neighbor that somebody was convinced was the person doing it because they didn't know their coworker best friend was the person doing it. Or it'll be the single mother who lives in the village who gets caught up because somebody doesn't realize it's the rich corporate guy 2 villages over or in the big city who's actually effing them up. They pick sort of the nearest target who looks weird or that they've had beef with, that they think that must be the person when it's totally not. That's not to say it never is. Sometimes it is. Sometimes, you know what, I'm going to live next door to you and I hate your guts. That could happen, for real. And it does. But it could also just as easily be somebody that you would never suspect. So that happens. It causes witch hunts, as do land grabs, as does general hate. And those witch hunts continue to this day in Africa, India, and even in small town America. And you just don't know about it. You don't hear about it. But in Africa and India, you do hear about it. They're usually big to-dos where they will drag someone out and torture them and kill them. And I am completely 100% against that. If you feel that someone is doing magic against you, you do not have to tolerate it, but you don't have to go kill them. Just start building your psychic and spiritual protection. If you believe in an Abrahamic God, go pull out Psalms, which are basically, prayer is spell work, plain and simple. It's, there's pictures of Jesus with wands. Call it what you want, believe what you want. But the power of prayer or the power of spell work or the power of whatever you believe in, just reverse it back to them. You can use mirror work. If you do spell work, you can use Psalms. You can just pray. And you can also, if you don't believe in any of that, if you're an atheist and say, look, no deity is going to save me, just psychically protect yourself and buy some locks and know about your situational awareness. There are so many levels of defense. You don't have to go destroy somebody to defend yourself. Now, do you have to protect yourself if they break into your house or something? Of course. But it rarely comes to that. And so start with the lower levels of defense and then work your way up. But don't go hunting somebody down. Call the police if you know who this is and you're scared. But this person coming wants to build generational wealth, wants to build a home, wants to build a family. And the reason it's not going to last is either they get spooked or somebody tries to take them out. But this is talking about fulfillment. This is talking about good health. Just warn them and say, let's work together. This doesn't have to stay silent and super secret woo-woo. 3 of Hearts. Another reason this might not work. They could be a third-party situation. They could have somebody from their past who's working against this. And it could be somebody that they've now relegated to the realm of, that's my best friend. She's my ex, but now she's my best friend. Watch yourself, because this person, she means harm, or he means harm. Whoever this person is from the past, geez. And they're going to go after the kids. Like, this is jacked the F up. Okay, for real. If this person says they don't like kids, walk away. If you have kids, or if we want kids, this is not going to change. Walk away. Do not let their ex near your kids. You just got to protect your kids. You might also find out this person has a past that's negative about children. Walk away. Even if it's the real deal, just walk away. But it looks like there's luck coming. So what do we see? It's pissing me off about the kids stuff though. If you want to come at me, that's one thing. I'm a grown adult and I can protect myself. You want to come after children, you're going to see pain. That is where I would use baneful magic and just F somebody up. And I'm not joking. So let's see. You can quote me on that. That's fine. So the luck is going to be through a marriage. So it might be that if you marry this person, and here we have another 3, another good luck. Communicate with the person. Tell them your fears. Tell them to look out and watch, because they're going to be the kind of person who listens to you. You know, I would need a very specific type of person. Somebody who's kindred, who understands what I'm saying. Because to a human, I'm going to sound like I'm insane. Again, we have the bride. So this is about you getting into the union with this real person. Could bring you luck. You just have to make sure they don't become disloyal over this person from the past. It could be an ex-wife, could be an ex-fiance. They might do shady dealings because of them, but this person, the ex, is spying on you. When you get into this relationship, know that you are going to be spied on. And they might even convince your partner to spy on you, and you're going to feel really betrayed by that. But it's just because they're psychologically manipulating the person. And again, we have riches through stocks. There's a lot of good here. You just got to be real careful, because there's also a lot of deception. So when you get into this new relationship, you need to take it real slow. And you need to find out who the cast of characters are. You need to see if you're being spied on, and you need to watch for snakes. What was that? I'm not, no, yeah, because someone want to bring a storm. They just want to tear your ass up, and I don't mean in a good way. So you need to be shepherd of your family. If you're a Christian, you'll know what that means. And even if you're not, you know what it is to tend to a flock. You need to be shepherd over your life, over your career, over your finances, and over your children. Your children are your flock. Your family is your flock. You watch that. You watch it hard. Because this other female, this other ex, male or female, is looking for weak spots. And weak spots doesn't mean there's no protection. Weak spots means where you're vulnerable. Where if she kicks you in the knees, you're going to crumble and give her back what she thinks is hers. Okay? So for January 1st, pick up your protection. That, and I don't mean your peace. I mean, start doing your psychic protection. Make sure your house is secure. Make sure you know where your children are and that you're watching their moves. Okay? So that is my advice for right now. You don't need to get paranoid. You just need to get proactive. That's the frequency for today. Hope you liked it. Keep on shining, and thank you.